Hello everyone, welcome to Geology Concepts. In this video we are going to see the previous year paper of 2022. In this we are going to see the geography and environment section. As in this section 39 questions were there from this section, right? And going as far as this section is concerned, you can see that 39 questions carries a heavy weight, right? So you need to focus on this section very much. Very focus should be very high so that you do not miss out a major portion of this examination, right? So let's go ahead and we'll see these questions one by one, starting from the first, which is 16th. This question is from 2022, right? This is 2022 paper, and the first question we are going to see is 16th, right? So let's see. This question is about longitude and latitude, right? So before we go into this question, I would like to explain this a little bit, how this longitude and latitude thing works. And yes, so suppose this is our equator, right? And as we all know through convention that above equator is north, below is south, this side is west, and this side is east, right? So this is how it is. So latitudes are parallel lines to the equator. All the parallel lines to the equator are latitudes, and longitudes are these vertical lines, right, which all merge to the poles. Suppose here it is poles. This is pole, south pole, and this is north pole here. North pole. So all these longitudes will merge here, right? I'll show you in the image, or you can see this thing in your maps. So this is how this longitude is, longitudes are, and this is how this latitudes are. So if we go to the question, we'll see that so this is our equator again, right? These are latitudes, and these lines are longitudes. Fine. So suppose this is 0° equator. Sorry, this is not 0°. I would like to consider this as 0°, and this as 0° meridian, which passes through Greenwich, right? So this is 0° longitude, this is 0° latitude. Fine. Now we'll go to the question. The question says you are located at 40° north latitude and 90° west longitude. Fine. 40° north and 90° west. So just I have explained that if this is 0°, so this side is west and this side is east, and if this is 0°, so this side is, all these latitudes will be south, and this all latitudes will be north. Fine. So 40° north, so suppose these are all 10°, 10°, 10°. So this is 10° north, this is 20° north, this is 30° north, and this is going to be 40° north. And then again 90° west, so this is suppose 25, 50, 75° west, and this line suppose is 90° west. So one guy is sitting here, 90° west and 40° north. So 40° north line is here, 90° west line is here. So this is the crossing point, meeting point of these two longitudes and latitudes. So the guy is standing here. The question says again, you travel, so you are standing there actually, you travel due north 40° and due east 60°. What are the new location coordinates? So you have to travel 40° north and 60° east. Fine. So you have to further travel 40° north, means this 40°. So this is line going to be 50, 60, 70, 70 and 80. So you are now here 40° north and 60° east, 60° east. So you are here, suppose, so you are here now. Now you have to move 60° east, which will bring you, suppose, like this place, because this place is 90, so you are here suppose somewhere 60 degree. So you can see that this line is still in the west side, so you can see that 90 degree minus 60 degree, which is 30 degree, still west, because you have not crossed this 0 degree line. You have not crossed this 0 degree line because this line, the gap is of 90 degree and you have traveled just 60 degrees, so still you are at 30 degree west, right? So your current location would be like 80 degree north and 30 degree west. This is your current location, which is current coordinates also can be said. So this is how your current location is. 80 degree north and 30 degree west should be the right answer, right? So moving ahead and going to the next question. Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts is located at New Delhi. There is nothing to be explained here. Which of the following are called terrestrial planets? Right, so this question is interesting. I would like to show you that this is suppose our sun. So there is a mnemonic which says that my very efficient mother just served us nuts, right? So M is for Mercury, V is for Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So this is how you have to, if you want to keep this thing in your mind, this mnemonic is like my very efficient mother just served us nuts. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So this is how it is. So here it is, here there is an asteroid belt, this asteroid belt, right? These are terrestrial planets. I mean, between the sun and the asteroid belt, these planets are, 4 planets are terrestrial planets, and Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, they are Jovian planets, Jupiter like planets, right? These are Jovian planets. What happens is these 4 planets have higher density, higher mass, not in mass cannot be said, but density is higher. They have rocks, right? So that's why they are terrestrial planet. Because of their higher pull of gravitation, because of sun, they are arranged like this only. And these planets are not that dense. Their size may be bigger, but their gravitation is not that strong, so they are arranged like this in the distance from the sun. So this is how these Jovian planets and terrestrial planets are. These are terrestrial planets. So now you can easily answer this question, which is Earth. Jupiter cannot be there, Saturn cannot be there, Saturn cannot be there, Earth, Mars, Jupiter cannot be there, so only option left is Earth, Mercury, Mars and Venus. So these are the terrestrial planets. The process through which groundwater is brought up to the surface is called. So this question is very interesting. Why? Because there are a few terms like alluviation, capillary action, desilication. So before I go ahead, I would like to explain these terms first, so that you need to understand all the options, because the benefit of doing previous year question is that you understand all the options too. So that actually UPSC, what does UPSC is, they put some options which may confuse you, right? The purpose is there, the purpose of putting those options there is to confuse you. So I would like to explain these options so that it becomes clear to you guys. So let's see one by one all of them. So the first option is alluviation, capillary action and desilication are all these options. So I will go to all of them one by one and fine. So first is alluviation. What happens is, on the earth's surface, suppose this is the surface of the earth, right? Suppose there is a water body or some rainfall or something, anything is there. What happens is all this material, liquid, fluid will get absorbed by the earth, right? So this will start percolating inside the earth, right? This is how things happen. So when they get inside the earth, the initial thing is called elevation, right? Then where they go further deep, and they somewhere they settle down, because this the upper layer of, I mean, the lithosphere is little porous, but as you go inside, the density of the earth increases, and the permeability of that material, of that soil, or not soil, actually the rocks get, I mean, reduces. So all these materials cannot go inside further of the earth, and they stays there at some place. So suppose this is now the very tough rock, very solid rock, and this fluid, this liquid cannot go further inside, so they will get accumulated at this level. So when they get accumulated, this is called elevation, right? So actually this is the downward movement of water, right? So elevation and elevation are downward movement. These, both of these are downward movement of water, right? Next comes capillary action. We all have heard or must have read in our studied in our previous classes that capillary action is the reason why how water comes up to the plants, like leaves and all. Because suppose there is a plant and these are its roots, and so this is soil, earth. So these roots go inside the soil and they absorb nutrients like water and other nutrients, and all these absorbs nutrients go up, right? Go up here, and there are leaves which go through, which facilitate the photosynthesis. So at the place of photosynthesis, all these minerals are required. So this all, I mean, all these nutrients, the minerals which get absorbed by the roots, go up to the leaves through capillary action, right? You, this much you must have read. So this is the capillary action gives you the upward movement of water, right? This is the upward movement of water. How does this happen? So the reason behind is, if I tell you in one or two words, this is cohesion and adhesion. Cohesion is when the same two same types of molecules get attracted, or get attracted towards each other, and they stick. So this is cohesion. Adhesion, when two different molecules, right, when they get attracted to each other and stick together, this is called adhesion. Like adhesive forces, yeah, or adhesives. When you use fevicol is called adhesive, because it helps us to join two different things. Like it may also join the same thing, but it also joins two different things. So this is called, from here this link you can use to remember what is adhesive and what is cohesive. So what happens in case of water is that, suppose there is a very small tube, right? If you fill water in it, the water level keeps on rising. Why? Because of this cohesive and adhesive forces. Cohesive force because water molecules stick together, and adhesive force because water molecules stick to the particles of this beaker or this pipe. So they keep on rising, right? And they keep rising. So the only condition here is that the radius of this pipe has to be very, very small. So in the same thing happens in the case of roots. These roots are very, very small pipes. If you pull out a tree or a plant, you cannot pull out a tree, you can pull out only a plant. So in this case, if you watch their roots very carefully, you will see that they have very fine hair like structure, and all those structures help the plant to absorb water. So this way water rises up in the system. So this capillary action is this. Next is desilication. Desilication is you through this word you will understand, you can understand that this is the removal of silicate, I mean the clay. So this is how it is. So desalication does not have anything to do with water, or maybe, but this does not mean upward movement of water. So only the capillary action is the thing that gives you the upward movement of water. This is what the question was asking for. So C should be the answer. So next is 16th, sorry, it was 19th. The next is 20th. Okay, 20th is not from which one of the following desert is not located around 20 degree? Okay, we'll see this later. Which one of the following is correct? Fine, this question is also good. I'm leaving this question because you just have to go to the map and you will find it out. I'll go to the next question, which is 21. So which one of the following is correct? In a humid tropical region, humus content is high in the soil, which is apparently, it seems true, but let's go to the other options too. Glacial till exhibits deep horizon. Okay, wait for this. Humus accumulation in cold climate. Which of the following is correct? Okay. Humus accumulation in cold climate is also true. In equatorial climates, content is high in the soil. This is wrong, because in equatorial climates the rainfall is very high and all the humus content is washed away. So this in this case you cannot say that this is right. In humid tropical regions, again this tropical region also have high rainfall, so again in this case the humus cannot be, I mean the humus content cannot be high because of this high temperature. High temperature also reason because of high bacterial activity, all this humus content is being consumed by the bacteria. So again in tropical regions humus content cannot be high, but in cold condition whatever litter falls on the surface of the ground, it gets accumulated, it slowly gets, I mean digested, or it cannot be said digested, it gets accumulated on the surface and slowly it decomposes and it becomes humus. So C should be the right answer, right? 22. So which of the following are called benthos? Benthos, this is a term which is, benthos is related to something which is at the bottom of the sea. So this is how this is. So plants and animals which live on the ocean floor. So C should be the answer. Natural population change is calculated by, you see, if you have to find out the calculation, I mean have to find out the natural population change, that means the difference between the birth rate and the death rate. So this is how, adding the death rate and the birth rate, which is not there. Obviously from the birth rate you have to subtract the death rate, then only you will get the result. Subtracting the death rate from the birth rate is should be the right answer. Okay, now Volga river drains, you see for Volga river you have to go to the map, which I have just picked here. This is Volga river, right, and this is Caspian Sea, and the Volga river drains into the Caspian Sea. One thing I also would like to tell you here, why I have put this map here, is that you sometimes have to keep things in mind, that which sea is there. So this is Mediterranean, right? This sea here is Adriatic, this is Black Sea, this is Caspian Sea, right? So there I'm giving you a mnemonic, which is A B C, Caspian, ABC, Adriatic, Black Sea, and Caspian Sea. So this is how you can remember. The westernmost is the Adriatic Sea, in the middle is the Black Sea, and the easternmost is the Caspian Sea. So okay, fine. So this is how this question is. Then this is Caspian Sea should be the answer. Chabahar port is in Iran, so you do not have to think much over it. This is already in current affairs, so you should know this question. Which one of the following is not inhibited by corals? See, for corals, you need to understand few things, that they live in warm water, right? And there should not be, there should be fresh water, right? No siltation. I think I should not write it fresh water, clean water, right? No siltation. All this, if all this phenomena is covered, fulfilled, then only you will find corals. So Gulf of Kutch is there. I mean, the water is warm, water is clean there, no siltation. Lakshadweep is a coral reef actually, so you will find all the corals there. Sundarbans is the thing you have to think over it, because Sundarbans, the Ganga and Brahmaputra drains the Sundarban, and this Sundarban, I mean, this Sundarban gets lot of siltation. There is no clean water, so Sundarban cannot have corals. Andaman and Nicobar have corals, so C should be the answer. Then comes the next question, which is which one of the following is a landlocked country? So this is again, you see this type of question, if you do not know, there is not a big deal, because you cannot remember all the landlocked questions, landlocked countries. But yes, one thing is that the biggest landlocked country is Kazakhstan, right? There are around 44 countries landlocked, and 5 are partial landlocked. So you can see that Kazakhstan is a biggest landlocked country. And what a landlocked country is, a landlocked country is one which has no direct access to sea or any river. So you can say that a landlocked country is, so Mali is one of them. In out of 4, Mali is the one which has no direct contact to sea. Fine. Next is, which of the following plant is located near Baba Budan Hills? So Baba Budan Hills is in Karnataka, right? Now Bhilai is in Chhattisgarh, Visvesvaraya is in Karnataka, Rourkela is in Odisha, Durgapur is in West Bengal. So obviously Visvesvaraya iron and steel plant going to be the closest to the Baba Budan Hills. Then Namchik Namphuk area is known for the coal production. Then which of the following cities is situated to the east of the Great Dividing Range? For the Great Dividing Range, I would like to go again, take you to this map. This yellow part is the Great Dividing Range. It divides the eastern part. Actually, this works as a water divide for Australia. This is Australia for you guys. This is Australia, and this yellow part, this is the Great Dividing Range, which divides the Australias. It works as a watershed. Watershed means this, I mean, the western side of the river will not go into the east side of this divide, and eastern side rivers will not cross this line and come west to this divide range. So this is how water divide is. Water divide is actually also, you can understand that this area suppose has a higher altitude, and there is a slope like this, and there is a slope like this. So rivers will flow like this, rivers will flow like this, like this, like this. So this is what watershed is, right? So if you go through this cities on the map, you'll find that Sydney is the closest, right? I mean, Sydney is to the east, rest all of them are on the west side of this Great Dividing Range. Coming to the next one, which one of the following electromagnetic radiation in the sun? Sorry, this question is of the science. We'll go to the next, which is 51. Fine. So the 51 says, as compared to natural greenhouse effect, the enhanced greenhouse effect refers to increase in average surface temperature of the earth due to. Okay, the natural greenhouse effect. As compared to natural greenhouse effect, the enhanced greenhouse effect refers to increase in average surface temperature of the earth due to. See, the natural greenhouse effect is like volcanic activity, right? The carbon dioxide already present in the atmosphere. So sunspot activity, these are our natural reasons, warm ocean currents, volcanic activity. But anthropogenic activities is not a natural reason. Anthropogenic means we human being have caused something there. So because of us, the greenhouse effect has increased, and the sun and the earth, the temperature of our atmosphere and earth is increasing continuously. So obviously yes, anthropogenic reason is the question, I mean, should be the answer for this question. Moving to the next, the terms oligotrophic, mesotrophic and eutrophic are associated with, obviously this is going to be for lakes, because all these things are considered, I mean, associated with lakes. 653, dispersal of species by the agent of wind is known as anemochore. So this is The dispersal of species by the agent of wind is termed as anemochore. So this is going to be the answer for this question.